France's presidential candidates are making their final pitches before Sunday's first round of voting in the election. Incumbent Nicolas Sarkozy and the Socialist challenger Francois Hollande appear to be evenly matched for this round, but polls are predicting that Hollande will win the second round easily. Europe correspondent Philip Williams has the story.
Despite the enthusiasm at the campaign rallies, this is one French president in trouble. Nicolas Sarkozy should be enjoying the benefits of incumbency, but his brash take-no-prisoners style is apparently wearing thin.
They don't like him anymore. They don't trust him. In fact, they reject him in a very emotional, I would nearly say irrational way.
Irrational or not, the polls say his socialist challenger, Francois Hollande, will be the next French president. Although in the first round this Sunday he's neck and neck with Nicolas Sarkozy, on the May the 6th second round, when it's just the two of them, Hollande is well ahead.
Is the exact opposite of Nicolas Sarkozy. The French may be ready to move from someone who was clearly too much to someone who may be just not enough. The election is going to be decided upon personal style and not at all on program, on fundamental issues.
But there are significant policy differences. Francois Hollande says he'll increase taxes for the rich, boost wages for the poor, hire more teachers and police, and somehow at the same time cut the deficit. The details are a little hazy, but he's not alone there.
Mr. Hollande wants to tax the rich people, but he knows that if he taxes the rich people too much, they will go away. Mr. Sarkozy wants to reduce the debt, but he cannot say what kind of taxes he will increase.
But if the frontrunners are being less than specific about how they'll pay for their election promises, whoever wins will run an economy in less than robust condition. Public debt at 90% of GDP, high unemployment, undercapitalised banks. Some say it's unsustainable.
Globalization is changing France first, and our welfare state, what we call our welfare state, cannot go on like that. It cannot go on like that. But they cannot say that. They are not ready to say that. They have not the courage to say that.
Nicolas Sarkozy's made much of his relationships in Europe, especially with German Chancellor Angela Merkel. He warns his socialist rival will upset those links with demands for treaty renegotiations, and he says there'll be an economic catastrophe if Francois Hollande wins the keys to the Élysée Palace. How different will France be, and particularly in its relationship with Europe, under Hollande?
Probably not that different, because the margin of maneuvering is so slim. France is heavily indebted. The union is very tight. So it will not be that different in content, even if it will be very different in style.
But for the president, more than just humiliation awaits if he loses the election. There are a number of financial scandals hanging over him, including suggestions he accepted campaign funds from Colonel Gaddafi in 2007, something he's denied.
If he's not elected again, he will have to answer to the judiciary, and he wouldn't be able to use his immunity as president to escape the judicial system.
The killing of terror suspect Mohamed Merah shocked the nation. His rampage also gave Nicolas Sarkozy an unexpected platform.
Face à la froide sauvagerie d'un homme.
He could appear presidential, a calm, determined leader, cracking down on extremists and illegal immigrants, protecting the nation.
Immigration, Islam in particular, have come to the fore in the wake of the Toulouse killings, and President Sarkozy, who is a consummate politician, has tried to make political capital out of the tragedy and played on people's fears.
Whoever wins this race will face the same hard, cold economic realities. It may be President Hollande. He may yet have very little room to move. Philip Williams, Lateline.